What's up, YouTube? Would you like to be able to do this?
And I bet you we're connected.
Give me a test.
I'll give you a test. 1, 2, 3.
We're good to go there, buddy.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to show you how on this episode of Motorcycle Confessions. Stick with me. I'm going to do a video today on the way I do my audio. It's a little bit different, I think, than what's standard out there, and I wanted to show you guys. It's come up a couple of times in conversation the last couple of weeks with other moto vloggers, specifically Rich from Boots and Jeans. I asked him why I didn't hear any on-bike. He does great videos. Him and Kate do great videos. But I was just curious why there is never any on-bike conversations back and forth. And Rich told me that they have a Tascam, or he has a Tascam digital voice recorder that he does his audio on, and he really didn't have a way to do that with the equipment that he has. I think that's the way he put it to me. I don't have the equipment to do it. I came up with one. Here it is right here. It's this little Bluetooth communicator. See this right here? This is, I think they're maybe 13, it's an Mpow. I think they're maybe $13 on Amazon. This one will link with 2 different Bluetooth devices, although I only link it with one. And in addition, it will run for 10 hours. Now, when I read that, I thought, yeah, right. Let me tell you. This runs for at least 10 hours, or they have for me. I've got 3 of them. They all operate the same. Yeah. The one thing that I did learn, though, in the experiments that I was able to do, was that this has a built-in microphone. And when you hook up to your Sena, you will hear whatever is going on in your glove compartment, in your trunk, in your saddlebag, in your pocket, wherever this thing is. And I couldn't have that because it was ruining whatever audio I was getting. Very easy fix. Take off the back. You could do it with your fingernail. Take off the back. You'll see the microphone in there. You go like this twice. It breaks off. Boom. No more microphone. You don't hear any of that stuff in your ear anymore. Okay? So that was really kind of an easy fix. Now, let me just explain to you how you would hook this system up. First thing, pair your Sena to your phone. That's done. After you pair your Sena to your phone, go into the configuration menu, which is, I think, you press and hold the jog dial and hold it for 12 seconds, and it will say configuration, or it'll say configuration menu. At that point, turn the dial until you hear universal, what do they call it? Universal headset. And when you hear that, press the phone button. It cancels the configuration menu, and it starts looking for any universal Bluetooth headsets that are out there on. And of course, you have to press this button and hold it, and it starts flashing blue and red, typical Bluetooth pairing. And once it pairs, you get a beep. At that point, connect the if you want to record audio from a second Sena. The other Sena needs to be paired with your Sena before you do any of this. I just assumed that you would do that. But after your Sena, number 1 Sena, is paired with this, you'll get the flashing blue light on this and your Sena. Then have your riding partner turn his Sena on, and then press the jog button, which makes it start looking for other intercoms, other Sena intercoms. And it takes a little while longer than normal, but it will connect, and then you'll have your communication back and forth between the 2 Senas, and everything you say to that Sena or any other that are in your group will show up here. You'll have it all right here for $13. Here's an alternative, and this is what I do now. This is really the way I record my vlogs. I like it better than using the camera because I can record audio all day long. I don't have to be running my video camera. In the way that I just showed you, in order to get my audio, I have to put it on the video. That's what I did in 2018 for the first part of the trip. And I had purchased this other thing that I'm going to show you in advance, and once I started using, I felt like it was a better alternative for me, not for you. That's this Vandlion digital voice recorder. Now this records in stereo, either with these microphones, or there's a setting on here that allows you to do it with a line mic. In other words, a lavalier mic, or you got it. This right here into the line in, or right there, okay? And then you plug this in, or this is what I do. I plug this in like that. Now you can, the reason this came up was because Rich on Boots and Jeans told me that he had a Tascam, and subsequently Memphis Mike told me he had a Tascam that he was, I think, trying out. And the one thing about, again, I don't want to be wired to a mic if I've got a wireless Bluetooth unit in my helmet. So now I record, same thing. Signal comes to here, goes into here, and this little unit here, this thing is so rugged. There's no plastic in this, solid metal, heavy duty, $35. And it is a rugged little unit. It's been through hell and back on my bike. I've dropped this thing several times. It just does, it's solid. It just doesn't break, and it does a great job of recording. And this thing I have actually left running by mistake for 24 hours, and it still had plenty of juice to go. I don't know where this thing gets the battery power. It's got 8 gigabytes of internal memory, and just and you can add an SD card. I don't know why you ever would. You know how much audio 8 gigabytes is? So this is my more compact setup. So I run this in my glove compartment, or if I want to, I can use the auxiliary cable. Just gives you a little bit more flexibility in terms of space and stacking. Just like that, same thing. And you hear my audio. That's how it's coming across. I don't record my audio onto my video much anymore at all. I just find this is a better way. Now, the one thing is that you have to sync, when you go into editing, you have to sync the audio with the video, and that's why you'll sometimes see me on the bike going 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm using that as a key to line up my audio with my video. They're included on different tracks. Now here's the thing also, when I'm talking on my Sena, there's pretty much no background noise. You know that from your own experience. You talk to people on the phone, say, I never knew you were on a bike. Can't hear any wind noise, nothing. That's the way it is. When you hear wind noise or engine noise on my videos, it's coming from one of my 2 cameras. And sometimes I'll include it in the audio. I'll just run a second wind/engine noise track, and sometimes I don't. You know what? Why? No rhyme or reason, I just don't. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off because I'm not even sure that that camera is running. I'll be right back with you. Here's the last iteration of this whole setup, and this all might seem confusing, but if you take it step by step, go back and look at the video step by step, do what I'm telling you to do, you should be fine. If you're not, MotoPlanetProductions@gmail.com. Send me an email, I'll help you out, even if I have to call you. I can't do that for thousands of people, obviously, but if you need help, email me. I'll try and help you over email. And it's really not that difficult. It seems a lot more difficult. Here's the last iteration, okay? This is what I have been doing recently. I have extra Senas. I have one extra Sena and 2 extra docks. So what I did was I took one of my docks and I took the microphone out and the speakers out. Okay, speakers here, microphone goes here. I took them both off. Okay, and then you'll notice on these docks down below, this actually has a jack for if you want to use earbuds instead of the speakers. Now all I did was I took, you figure there's sound coming out of here, I took a 3.5 millimeter cable, auxiliary cable, plugged one end in here, plug the other end into my Vandlion or your Tascam, just like that. And now, when I get on my bike, I link my Sena to this Sena, and even though there's nobody on the other end, my voice is going through here, and it's being recorded on here, crystal clear. I usually put this in my trunk. Now, why do I do this? Well, I think that this is the connection on the Sena, especially in that amount of distance, you know, like 3 feet or so from the front of the bike to the back of the bike, or 4 feet, whatever it is. These things are really, I find them to be very reliable. You get very few disconnects. And the other thing is, if you do get disconnected, it will automatically reconnect. So you don't lose all of your audio. Now, if you've been moto vlogging, you know you can sometimes go out there, record a day's worth of stuff, and come back and go, there's nothing there. That's the most frustrating thing in the world. Now, one of the reasons that I will do this is because at that point, I can record my audio in 2 separate places. So I go through the same hookup procedure as I described before. I hook this up to Sena number 1, and then I hook the second one up into the group, and I'm recording in 2 places. And I do that because it's a bit of insurance against losing audio. That's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. I hope it's of help to you. I know it's long. It's necessarily long. There's no really kind of way to not go over this stuff with you and have you understand it. So I apologize. I hope you got something out of this. I hope it helps you with your video and your audio if you're moto vlogging. But for right now, I guess that's it. Any questions? MotoPlanetProductions at gmail.com, and over and out.